Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to something a little bit different, as last night, this morning, wherever you are in the world, it was officially confirmed the AEW v New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door Super Show to take place at the end of June 26th, I want to say, at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. And so I thought, on TW 2020 here, have a go at booking the show using my thoughts, using the thoughts of people I found online on places like Twitter since, and from pre and post announcement, Reddit, articles, a bunch of different sources. Get a lay of the land of what people want to see from this show and how that may end up playing out, as well as my own thoughts as well, because it's my channel and my video as well, not just my thoughts, like a collective thing. Without further ado, let's just get into it, a little opening thing, because that's how you should start off in TW, to be honest. Before the opening match of this evening at the AEWxNJPW Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door Super Show, Chris Jericho versus Hiromu Tanahashi, because you go back to Wrestle Kingdom 14, Jericho versus Tanahashi, where Tanahashi said that he would beat Jericho and then he would open the Forbidden Door by challenging the AEW World Champion. So I thought, to open the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, why not have Tanahashi beat Jericho, and now he's opened the Forbidden Door. You see what I'm doing? It's a fun little callback, I thought. So that's what I did, and it got a 74, because you got to remember, Jericho slowed down a bit, and thing to say now, the New Japan wrestlers in this game, their US pop isn't the highest, so their performances might not be the highest, so don't pay too much attention to the match ratings that this gets, okay? As then, next up, after we kick off with Tanahashi opening the Forbidden Door, we have a battle of two great tag teams from either side. It is FTR versus GOD, the Gorillas of Destiny, Kasha versus Tama and Tanga. And, yeah, two amazing tag teams at the top of their game at the moment. GOD over in New Japan, FTR, AEW, and Ring of Honor. Yeah. Why not? You want a big tag match, because both companies known for these great tag matches, and it was either going to be FTR or the Lucha Bros. I went with FTR in the end. You could put the Lucha Bros in here, you could put the Young Bucks in here. There really are so many great tag teams you could just shove in, but still 63 for this, because Tama and Tanga pop, like I said. Yeah, okay. FTR coming out on top on this one, says the game. I randomised most of these, to be honest with you. As next up, a battle of two, just to say it, two big, hard-hitting guys, massive guys, absolute units. Miro versus Tomohiro Ishii. Yeah, just two absolute units hitting the hell out of each other. But, both incredible in the ring as well. But also, they're incredible in the ring, but they will also really hurt each other. And it would just be a good match, wouldn't it? Just beat the hell out of each other, Miro and Ishii. And Ishii comes on top, says the game, for a 75. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered. The match was too short for an important match in the eyes of our audience. I think that's going to say it for every match. Oh, God. As next up, right, I went with the battle of two quick, high-flying, hard-hitting British superstars in Pac versus Will Osprey. Now, obviously, in my research, a lot of Will Osprey matches floating around. One of them, the leading ones, is Osprey versus Danielson. Danielson's got a different match, and so I needed something for Osprey. Moved him around the card a bit. Settled on Pac. Two British guys going at it. Why not? Will Osprey comes out on top with the Stormbreaker here for an 85. Really good match, honestly. 82 Pac and 75 Will Osprey. Yeah, just a fast-paced, high-flying matchup between these two British superstars, and Will Osprey comes out on top here. Before, from this high-flying stuff, we slow it down a bit, liven the crowd up, a bit of comedy. Orange Cassidy versus Toriano. Yeah, just, you gotta bounce around with what you do on the show. So why not these two massive, more comedic acts in Orange Cassidy and Toriano, who can also going at it. The game says Toriano comes out on top for a 58, 74 Orange Cassidy, 43 Toriano. Pretty good. The match was too short. Fair. I mean, yeah, 30 minutes for this seemed fine for me, but sure. The match was too damn short. I apologise, everybody. For next up, big match between Darby Allin and Hiromu Takahashi. The reasoning of which could best be described by a tweet by @Alex_Navarro on Twitter. The tweet says, Darby Allin and Hiromu Takahashi draw from the exact same wellspring of chaotic, short guy punk energy. They just express it in different, culturally specific ways, which pretty much sums up maybe why so many people want this match from my research and why I have done it. Allin and Takahashi going at it. Allin gets the win with a coffin drop here for a 71. Before the battle of something I'm sure we all love, two big meaty men slapping meat, Powerhouse Hobbs and Jeff Cobb. Yeah, two big beefy guys going at it. Why not? Hitting the hell out of each other. We love it. Jeff Cobb coming out on top here with the Tour of the Islands for a 63, 62 Cobb, 43 Hobbs. Hobbs was sadly off his game. Hobbs and Taz make an awkward pairing. I mean, you can decide what you think of Hobbs and Taz, but TW says no. Before next up, a battle of two quite arrogant personas coming head to head. At some point, it's a battle to get everyone on the card that should be on the card. A lot of people who you can say should be on the card, like, big names like Keith Lee, for example, at some point you just can't fit any more people onto it. But still, a battle of two quite arrogant personas in MJF versus Tetsuya Naito. MJF comes on top here with a swanton because TW really loves making him do a swanton. 67 for the match, 64 MJF, 62 Naito. I mean, they overachieved considering their ring performances as MJF comes out on top here over Naito in the end. As God, what is even the score of this thing? Let me try and calculate it in my head. God, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. I think it's 6-2. I could be wrong. Assume I'm right, please. MJF getting a victory over Naito here as 6-2. Oh, don't pay attention to the score then. I don't know. It's not 6-2, I'll tell you that much, but still. As next up, another really big, hard-hitting matchup between two guys, both willing to do whatever it takes to win, in Jon Moxley and Minoru Suzuki. Yeah, both known for their hard-hitting style. Both men willing to put their bodies on the line and do whatever it takes to come out on top and beat their opponent here. In the end, TW says Jon Moxley comes out on top with the Death Rider for a 76, pretty good match. 72 Suzuki, 84 Moxley. Match was too short again, but Moxley and Regal have excellent chemistry, and we all love Blackpool Combat Club, so I'm sure we would agree. As Jon Moxley comes out on top over Minoru Suzuki in this hard-hitting matchup. He was just willing to go that extra step above for the victory on this occasion. As next up, just a really good match. A match a lot of people, in my research wanted to see. Adam Page, Shingo, Takaji. I mean, just going on their pictures, you got the bandana around the face of Page. You got the mask around the face of Takaji, which at first glance, that could be a bandana. A lot of people want this. It would probably be a really good match. You got an 81 here, so it is one of the best matches of the night so far. 80 Page, 68 Takaji. Yeah, Adam Page comes out on top here in a great wrestling match, it says, which I'm sure it would be, honestly. As next up, big match, 5v5. That feels like it's building towards, doesn't it? A little bit. You have the Undisputed Elite versus the Bullet Club. The Undisputed Elite, Cole, O'Reilly, Fish, and the Young Bucks. And then for the Bullet Club, I went with Jay White, Chris Bay, Evil, Guido, and Dick Togo. Yeah, massive 10-man tag team match between 10 great superstars, Undisputed Elite versus the Bullet Club. What more could you ask for in the end? Bullet Club coming out on top here when Jay White pinned Bobby Fish with the Blade Runner. $64 for a match, which with these 10-man tags you're usually going to get because so varying levels. Like Guido getting a 22, but then the Young Bucks getting 76 and 77. Try not to pay too much attention to the ratings again. But the Bullet Club coming out on top, and further leading to that simmering tensions of sorts in the Undisputed Elite, to the inevitable breakup and explosion that will come from that some point down the line. Before next up, a big match, years in the making, years in the building, years in the happening. The Battle of the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Kenny Omega, will he be okay for Forbidden Door? Who knows? But if he is, a lot of people say Okada because they have bangers. Why not? But the story is definitely there for Ibushi as well. So that's why I went with, in the end, also a match that people want to see. The Golden Lovers, so much history between the pair, finally getting its final chapter at Forbidden Door in Chicago. Kota Ibushi comes out on top here with the Kamagoi for a 71, 76 Omega, 65 and Ibushi, both doing well. Ibushi comes out on top. You can have a nice moment after the match. They can hug, they can kiss if they want. They can do a golden shower all over the fans of Chicago, Illinois. I'm sure the fans would love it. Before the penultimate matchup of this evening, the long-awaited matchup at that, the Battle of the GTS, CM Punk versus KENTA. Yeah, Battle of the GTS, Punk and KENTA, both men who use it. KENTA's wanted this match, Punk's wanted this match, finally happening at Forbidden Door, and Punk comes out on top with the Anaconda device. He doesn't even come out on top with the GTS, You can't. We can pretend it says GTS. Pretend it says like GTS off the top rope through a burning table. That's fun, isn't it? Or more specifically, I guess the table full of thumbtacks. Because thumbtacks, you gotta have an AEW show with thumbtacks, don't you? 78 for the match. Punk was off his game, sadly. Damn it, Phil. 74 Punk, 66 KENTA, both still doing well. Both putting on a good match. CM Punk coming out on top in the Battle of the GTSs before the main event of the long-awaited AEWx New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door Super Show. And just in a battle to see who is the best wrestler on the planet. AEW's representative here, Bryan Danielson, and New Japan Pro Wrestling's representative, Kazuchika Okada. Two of the best wrestlers on the planet going at it. Bryan Danielson wanting to show, he's wanted this match. Okada's wanted this match. Danielson wanting to show he can go with what people consider one of the best in the world. He showed it against Omega. Can he show it against Okada as well? Okada wanting to show he can go against Danielson as well. It'd be a hard-hitting matchup. It would be a very fast-paced matchup. In the end here, Bryan Danielson's come out on top. He's shown he can go toe-to-toe with Okada. Made him tap with a cattle mutilation in the end. 90 for the match. Incredible match. 91 Danielson, 75 Okada. Okada off his game and still putting out a 75 and getting a 90. Sheesh at that. As the Forbidden Door Super Show in the end gets a rating of 69. Nice. I mean, I'd say you'd want higher, but it doesn't get better than this. That's real nice, isn't it? So we take that as, yeah, I'm pretty sure it ended up 7-7 to AEW New Japan here in the end. I was trying to keep count. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there in the comments, why don't you let me know what you think? What are you hoping to see at the AEWx New Japan Pro Wrestling Super Show Forbidden Door? What matches do you want? What pairings would you like? Let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear what you think. While you're down there, why don't you leave a like and subscribe for more? Maybe go check out some of my other TW series. We've got What If, looking at past in wrestling history and seeing how they could have changed and been different. TW Predicts has just started, looking at how young superstars' careers may fare. And my main series, TW 2020 WWE, booking modern day WWE. We just got past WrestleMania, just started a new year. no better time to jump in. Go check out those things, like, subscribe for more, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and as always, I just want to say thank you for watching.